Have you ever felt so overwhelmed by your space that you just want to start over from the beginning? But if you're like me, you don't have the money to buy all new things, or you only have a small space to work with, even though you dream of having your own room for your setup. Right now, this is my spare room that I share with my fiance, and it's beginning to become more of a storage room with a desk and a bed. So I'm going to show you how I take this small crowded room and turn it into a functional and comfortable space to work, game, and craft. The first thing to do to ease the stress of your space is to declutter it. Get rid of the shit that you don't need, and don't be lazy and just leave it out. I'm so guilty of this. In order for me to envision what I want to do with this space, I need to clear out all of these bins. When we aren't using this room for storage, it's actually quite cozy and spacious. The first thing I focus on is cleaning up the room itself and decluttering it before I move on to rearranging my desk. With the bins out of the way, it already looks a lot better. Next is this bedside shelf. Again, I'm guilty of just putting things out of the way instead of putting them back where they are normally stored. I love building Lego sets, and it's become a calm and relaxing hobby of mine. I'm actually thinking about incorporating one of these into my desk setup. Which one do you think I should pick? Normally I would store things under the bed, however, a lot of that space under our bed is currently being used for wedding things, so no more room for stuff. With small spaces, especially when you don't have a lot of storage options, you have to get a little creative on how you organize and normally display things. A lot of the things on here are fun things that my fiance and I collect, and so it's all about finding a unique way to display things or put things in storage that are taking up space. We also have a ton of blankets, and we know it. But for me, you just can't go wrong with a good blanket, so I have a hard time getting rid of them. There's nothing better than a clean space by finishing it off by vacuuming. Vacuuming the floor can really transform your space to make it feel more clean and less cluttered. Our carpet is very dark, so it's hard to tell, and I don't get to see the beautiful vacuum lines like you do in thicker carpet, but I know that it's clean. Now onto the desk. I'm grateful that I have this designated space, and even though it's on the smaller side, it's the structure of it that I love. I typically use my headphones while I work or I game, and these speakers have just been taking up space, so we're either going to donate these or sell them. My PS5 will stay right here because it fits well and I don't want to keep it on the floor. I didn't pay $550 to keep this thing on the floor, no ma'am. I always struggle with too much or too little decor, like my mind really just can't make up what it wants. If you couldn't already tell, black is my favorite color, but I always like to add a pop of color by adding a fake plant. I also found this hourglass at Marshall's and I love it. And when I'm using it, no matter what it is that I'm doing, I know that I have exactly 15 minutes to dedicate to that activity. Remember when I asked which Lego I should use for my desk? Well, I decided on neither because I thought it would be just a little too much. I also wanted to add simple things on the wall, but nothing too fancy. I found this small tapestry at Marshall's. The laptop that I'm using is a 2022 MacBook Air with the M2 chip, and I normally wouldn't use it in clamshell mode, but it would just take up too much valuable space. So I like to have it tucked under my desk shelf while I'm working because it helps hide the cords and keeps my space clutter-free. After putting my keyboard and mouse back and doing some final touches, I now have a clean and decluttered room that I can work, create, and game in. The best tip that I can give you for keeping your space clean and organized is whenever you use something, put it back right then and there. Don't leave it out, even if you're going to use it again later. Get into the habit of putting it back right then and there. That will help you keep your space clean and a little more stress-free. So if you found any value in this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more home office and desk setup inspiration, and we'll see you in the next video.